right. This clipped on here. Hey, we'll start over. Shout out to my new subscribers, my old school subscribers, and my TikTok family. If it wasn't for you guys, this wouldn't be possible. There we go. Shout out to Replay Gang, my overseas gang. I'm gonna make this short as I possibly can. I got a couple different ideas I'm gonna try to do with this. What time we got going on, child? So 9 o'clock. Okay. Give 10 or 15 minutes towards this. Listen, you're gonna have to accept the reality, ladies or females. I'm talking about females and women, because ladies don't think like this. You're gonna have to accept the reality that your gaslighting means absolutely nothing to us, and all this babbling online is only making you look worse. Okay? You got to pick a side. You either hate all men and you don't want men, or you do. If you do want men, you don't get to dictate, you know what I'm saying, whether a guy finds you attractive or not. This is getting stupid. Okay? All this gaslighting online. Oh, he's not man enough for me. Listen, he's not man enough to take a real woman. Listen, man, whatever you're considering a real woman, we don't want it. And you can sit here and you can try to force yourselves down our throats, but we don't want you. You can gaslight us all you want to and say whatever you want about us. We don't want you. So what are you going to do about it? You're going to keep podcasting up and, you know, you and your little womanhood and all y'all going to get together, and it doesn't matter. We haven't listened to nothing that you've said. We don't care about your demands. We don't care how you get online and yell and make your voice deep and, oh man, super unattractive, right? We don't care. We don't care. All of this, you know, they're just intimidated by us. Even if we go by your own way of thinking, so what? If we're intimidated by the kind of woman you are, then what are you going to do about it? Are you going to beat us in submission to take you? Yeah, let's see how that works out for you. You're talking a bunch of stupid shit. These guys won't get out here and say it because they want to get on these podcasts and stuff and make money, but I'll call it like it is. What sense does that make? He can't handle a real woman. I think a man knows what he can and can't handle. See, here's the thing, right? While y'all are conflating stuff, you don't understand, and you're trying to gaslight us, and you're trying to make it seem like we're weak. That's what you really want to say. Because having a healthy fear of something that's dangerous for you is how you keep yourself from, I don't know, jumping out of a plane unnecessarily. I don't know, going to the jungle and walking around yelling, right? When you have a healthy fear of your environment and the people that you're interacting with, how in the world is that a bad thing? So when you're running around saying, oh, they're just intimidated by a strong woman, well, this could be possible. Or men can just see that there's nothing worth dealing with the drama. There's nothing worth dealing with the headache. You seem like a headache just by the way you talk. So if that's being scared, hey, listen, what's wrong with that? Mike Tyson said it before every fight. He was scared to death and went out there being a monster. So what are you saying, right? What does it mean you're trying to call us weak? Okay, so by what you believe to be weak, what you're trying to say, we're supposed to give in to your demands and take these leftover ass women that you're presenting to us. What kind of man would I be to listen to you and do whatever you tell me to do while I'm supposed to lead? That's like the same silly stuff you're talking about. Well, you're going to have to prove to me you're man enough to shut up. I don't have to prove to you shit. You can take your raggedy ass on somewhere else and let somebody else go through a test to prove to you something. Who are you to think I got to prove something to you? What do you have that other women don't? That I got besides a bunch of bodies and a masculine GMO frame, right? All outside of your feminine frame. What do you have that other women don't? What? I have a degree and I have money. I don't care about your money. I don't care about your degree. I don't care. What does that do for me? Nothing. It just builds your ego up. That's all for you. I can pat you on the back for being an adult, but I don't care about none of that stuff. The same way you don't care about what I've done in my life. I don't care. I don't care what. Man, listen, I'm a 2-time combat veteran. I work for the White House. But when women are seeing me go through whatever, starting over, oh, he's struggling, he's dusty. Yeah, I don't care. I don't expect for you to care. So why should we? I don't care what you think. Ain't no real man listening to some woman, oh, they're just not man enough to handle us. Gaslighting. But again, a man's going to think about what you just said. It's going to be like, that don't make any sense whatsoever. Having a healthy fear of something that's bad for you is actually a really good thing. You getting online and expressing your emotion about how men that you claim that you don't want or need feel about you doesn't make any sense. But guys get in their emotion and let y'all trigger them with a bunch of words, right? I appreciate that, sweetheart. I was getting called everything in the book. Did you think I listened to women then? If I listened to women then when they were calling me dusty because I had to start all over, I might have given up on myself or taken a step back. I could care less what you were saying then. I could care less about how handsome you think I am now. Don't make me know never mind. I knew I was handsome then. I know I'm handsome now. I know I'm not going to deal with any BS then. I'm definitely not going to deal with any BS now. All this, these men are just, you know, I'm going to do a reaction video on YouTube where this woman, this older lady, 35 and up, not ugly, but just, you know, got too many bodies and been with too many men and talking crazy like, most older men my age are too intimidated. Y'all got to accept the reality of you're just not attractive to us. Stop gaslighting it. So does that mean that all guys that look like whatever, as long as their money's right and their car's right, they can say, these women are just intimidated by me? It's not that I'm unattractive and personality's trash. They're just intimidated by me. That's what it is. And live in this delusional reality for the rest of his life? Or maybe those women just aren't attracted to him because even though he thinks he's checked all boxes, his personality is shit. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe he's too short. Or too skinny. I don't know. Right? But if men lived in the reality that y'all lived in, we never get nowhere. So because men don't want y'all right now, it's our fault? I don't know about that. Because I'm a pretty rational guy. But when I see that all a bunch of drama-filled women with a bunch of trauma, unhealed trauma, can't hold a conversation, not understanding, you know what I'm saying? If a guy can't get back with them on time, take on masculine energy, have yourself a rotation of men, act like we don't know that you have us on rotation when we're the ones that wrote the book on the stuff. You're not reinventing the wheel. None of you women have done it. You're online most of the time talking points that alpha males say. You're just rebranding it. You're an alpha female. So what does that mean? Because I ain't heard nothing good that y'all say about alpha men. So what, are y'all hunting men now? Who you hunting? Fool. That don't make no sense, man. Yeah, you can babble really good. You sat online, you study talking points, but you're not a thinker. You're not. If you were a thinker, collecting bodies, you be doing something with yourself, finding a way. See, I'm working to be more masculine, get myself together. I'm not over here trying to work to be something I'm not. Y'all should be doing some healing and trying to be more feminine, but instead you take on this masculine frame and then be like, why don't you want us? I don't want a man. I don't care if you got the female equivalent. I'm not going to be arguing. You got a man mindset. But I'm a heterosexual woman. I don't want to be arguing with no dude in my house. That's why my ex had to go. You move like a man, chick. Get out of here, man. I don't have to deal with that. I'm not going to argue with no female. I told y'all that. I'm not going to argue. If we can't have a conversation, you screaming and hollering and acting up and knocking stuff off tables and all this kind of, or, you know, this you masculine ass women out here talking about you just intimidated by us. You're intimidated by us. La, 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 la. You're on la, la land. You ain't got no man. If you had a man for over 12 years, then you could talk on that. But if you did have a man for over 12 years, you wouldn't. You're just hurt because you can't get a man. You've done all this work to be a boss chick. You've done made all this money. You're an entrepreneur. You've been getting it out the mud. You've been going and dealing all these business deals, getting turned down, having to be GMO masculine, all out of your feminine frame. done everything that there is to get where you're at. And it's like, okay, now I'm ready for a man. You were lied to. We don't want you after you done gone to college, had your freshman 15. Then I went past that and then worked your way up the ranks doing God knows whatever you had to do to get there, right? You don't want to deal with that, right? Why deal with that when we get a woman that wants to be feminine, might just be starting school, has an open mindset about life, not jaded with a bunch of talking points to justify her being all jaded and hurt and traumatized. And you try to come on here and you can talk however you want to talk, but it's in your demeanor. Even if you have the right talking points, if you're ain't no woman with anything worth talking about needs to speed talk. Again, there is no woman that has anything worth talking about that needs to be outside of her feminine frame. No, 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 no. When a man hears all that extra speed talking over, automatically not listening to a word out of your mouth. You're not going to try to emasculate me through a bunch of babble just because you're good with words and you're used to jousting with women and y'all talk over each other. I'm not going to yell at you. I'm not going to talk over you. I'm just going to be done with you. Period, point blank. All you women out here trying to gaslight men, you look weak. You want to know why you look weak? Because you can't shut the hell up and get about your business. You're steady talking about men that you claim you don't want. You're steady talking about men you claim you don't want while being on here, being super masculine, looking mad at the world, looking evil in you. Some of y'all try to look like you're smiling, but you look in the eyeballs that look mad. You look like there's a burning in your eyeballs. I can see your souls burning. Ain't nobody gonna deal with that bullshit. You're not fooling nobody. And then when you get a real one like me and I start doing what I gotta do or moving in a way that real men move, you be like, I don't want to deal with that. I'm gonna go ahead and put them on a roster. You try to put me on a roster and I'm gonna disappear so quick, man, and so smooth, I ain't gonna say shit to you. I'm a grown man, handle my grown man business. What I'm not gonna do is deal with a woman moving like a man. I don't care how much stick you put on. You put lipstick on a pig. I don't care what you put on makeup wise. I don't care what your social media looks like. I don't care what you think your clout is. What does that mean to me? Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. So while y'all are online triggering beta males and weak men with your gaslighting, the men you want aren't paying you no attention but laughing at you, jotting down talking points so I can crush your campaigns. That's all I'm doing. I see campaigns. I don't care what you're saying. I see campaigns to emasculate men. I see campaigns to colonize manhood. I see campaigns. And I also see women getting frustrated at the same time while trying to colonize manhood, trying to take it over, flip the roles around, calling being what a woman is and what a woman does slavery. If I have one more Caucasian woman come towards me talking about slavery and you need to go through your history and see what your ancestors were doing, I get so offended. See, that's a lot of what y'all want to do. Y'all want to be able to have a group of people behind you, and you want to be able, basically, to be able to call black men a racist in your own little way. Can't get at some groups of men because you are the women that are giving birth to the men making the policies that are keeping us all bound. But then you want to make it seem like, oh no, I ain't never done. Listen, lady, if you're the kind of woman that looks like you've never dated a guy like me, there's nobody that looks like me in your family, you have no business talking to me. And don't try to sit here and say, oh, you guys are enslaving us. You don't know what it is. Your ancestors don't know. No, they know. They know. You don't know what slavery is, and you're very disrespectful talking and being all loose in the mouth about it, knowing this country's history about it. People is getting online saying whatever. They will say whatever needs to be said to draw somebody's emotion, to try to get their campaigns across. So I'm going to put things back in perspective. Stop talking about slavery as if it never happened in this country, as if it's not well documented and we have to be reminded of it by a slave movie once a year. Okay? By the same people, by the men of the same women that are online talking about, y'all are trying to enslave us and I'm cooking and cleaning and I'm a slave and you sound insane. And the fact that you have groups of women of color that are backing you up, don't y'all ever talk about sellout or Uncle Tom, nothing. Don't you ever let that roll out of your mouth. Y'all rolling with groups of people that used to enslave all of us and sit back in the kitchen while the slave masters are doing whatever they want to do and not say nothing, not do nothing. Now all of a sudden y'all in the same pot? Oh, okay. Women of color, yeah, I'm sure you have the same benefits that the dominant society have, right? Oh, yeah, I'm sure of it, right? I'm sure when you go places, you get greeted the same, but you're all one sisterhood and you're all under one slavery and you're all being enslaved by all men. Get caught up in that nonsense if you want to, man. You done got caught up in it before, doing it again, and now guess what? Women of color are the face of this independent. They're making sure of it at all times on all social media, while, like always, there's always a group of people in the background, you know what I'm saying? Throwing rocks, hiding their hand from the heart, not trying to be too loud, not trying to be the face of it, while giving birth to all the policymakers. Having no control of their kids, or can't go and whisper in your grandpa's ear, like, hey, these policies aren't working for women. Oh, you can't do that. But you can get online and call a black man a misogynist. Stop playing with me, man. I'm not one of them dudes to be played with. I'm damn near a politician, just running around doing whatever I want to do. You cannot spin narratives and run narratives around a guy like me. I used to work for the White House, fool. You don't think I know? That's all they do is catch narratives and spin them and do all y'all are doing is running narratives right now. While you're living off the infrastructure built by men, you're claiming you don't need them. While most of the money you make is from men, you claim you don't need them, right? While men are trying to get away from you and run as fast as we can, you're claiming that we're scared and intimidated. We are probably scared. But a good case of fear, man, keeps you from getting eaten by a wild animal. It keeps you from going out in the ocean with just a flotation device. You know what I'm saying? It's called a good sense of knowing danger when you. But as far as you trying to say and we're weak or we're scared overall, I think we're the same guys that jump up when somebody tries to break into the house and go and handle business while you sit there and cry and hide. So don't sit here and try to gaslight us and call us weak or act like we're not the men that get things done while you sit in your cush CEO office desk jobs while men are out here laying pipe. I'm not trying to be funny. Building infrastructure that your weak asses, your bodies can't even handle. So I don't want to hear that stuff. Now, when you go ahead, you Amazon ladies, and build some infrastructure somewhere on some plot of land by yourselves, build up Wakanda, Womananda, whatever the hell you want to call it, then we'll start giving you some respect. But while you're sitting here whining and complaining and trying to take over and colonize manhood off the back, the blood, sweat, and tears of men that have built this, and actual slaves that built this junk, while talking about, well, we're enslaved. No. I think you're trying to put us in slavery. I think you're the new slave master cracking your whips, getting mad because we don't want you. Who cares? If you don't want to change who you are and you're raggedy ass women, then, you know what I'm saying, we don't want you. You're not going to make us want you. You're not going to tell us we're weak because we don't want you. You know what? Call us whatever you want to call us. We're not going to be your saps, suckers, simps, or no more though. You can call us whatever. You know what I'm saying? Call it while we looking good and making money. I don't give a damn what you say. You know what I'm saying? Y'all bunch of lonely women aging out. What else are you going to say? What else are you going to say? I love aging out because I decided to take on this persona that was pushed on to me, you know, to help depopulate the country. No, you didn't have to do it. You did it, right? Not my fault. I can guarantee you one thing, let them get behind black men and try to support us the way they did y'all, black women. And then try to get us to group together going, we won't do it. They don't even do it because they know we won't do it. Take the money and run. You know what I'm saying? Bring it to our families. Not y'all though. We don't, these black men. Then be done with us. Be done with us. Any group of women that want to be done with men or black men in particular, be done with us and shut your mouth and move on. Go crunch and munch and do what you got to do. What are you doing over here talking about us all the time? What are you doing watching my handsome fine ass if you can't stand us? Nah, you can't stand the fact that we're being men. We're not letting you colonize manhood, forcing as some kind of feminine version of a man, whatever that is, and then try to gaslight us about being that feminine version of a man that you want us to be. Why can't you be a real man? Bitch, I can't be one. You got your foot on my neck. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? You know what? I'll just be a real man far away. You know what I'm saying? And while you run your mouth, I'm going to get online, show how everything you're saying is a bunch of BS. Then I'm going to take this video on TikTok and post it on all 4 of my YouTube channels, Instagram and Facebook. So other guys take my talking points like they always do, like the losers they are, and then regurgitate it on their channels, and the message gets out. What are we doing listening to a woman tell us that we're scared and intimidated with them? That is not nothing to be bragging about. Yeah, we're scared and intimidating these men. What are you talking about? How does that sound good, even if that was the case? You sound stupid. You look stupid, and y'all all are just gonna age out. I ain't gotta worry about it. And I'm gonna tell you something, you younger women are the new Freaknik. All those women had to pay the price for those videos and getting loose. Y'all just gonna be the new version of it. Once it's on the internet, it's on the internet, man. Making loose money ain't never been a good choice of making money. Getting online, see, a lot of y'all are trying to go soft girl and trying to get a man for the winter. Let me tell you something. I'm telling all men, go check their social media. They get online, they run their mouths. When they're trying to get a guy, they're gonna go soft girl. Hey, what's going on? Da, 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 da. You get on social media and they're gonna be like, man, these men out here tripping. I can't. Shut your goofy ass up. I ain't paying you no attention. You don't get to get on social media and run your mouth and act like you hate men and then be dating men and trying to get men. You don't get to get on social media, use your platform or whatever that you do in your life, being a reader, being a prophetic word person, and men, then try to date men and be a soft girl in front of the men, right? While you're on social media bashing them for dollars and their sisterhood. I'm telling all men, check the social media. They cannot help running their mouths online about all of their business. Check it out. If they're on there bashing a man or men, but they're in your face talking about, yeah, I would love that. You're such a gentleman. Da, da, da. Get the hell up out of here. Wolf in sheep's clothing. Bunch of narcissistic losers. You're not going to fool us no more. Your social media is going to be your downfall. The thing that makes you all your money is going to be your downfall, because you cannot help but react to a guy that's minding his business or a guy that you're not getting along with. You got to get online and let the sisterhood know how another man is doing something wrong. You look crazy. Hey, what's going on, love? What's going on, love? See, women that get online that don't do that, and I go through your social media and it's sweet, you know what I'm saying? And even when women are critiquing men, they can do it in a way that's woman-like, and it don't come off like some crazy ass woman bashing men. So I look at that kind of stuff. So when I talk to you and you try to go all soft girl, I'm like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Like, where's this same, you know what I'm saying, boss chick in these videos, right? Is that just for the videos? Or is that you in real life? Which one is the mask? I don't know. Either way it goes, you talk too much. You talk too much. So to get online and get the views you need to add to the sisterhood, you got to talk too much. And when you talk too much, you mess up your standing with men. It's a give and take. You can't have both. You got to be a woman and ladylike online and a woman and ladylike in person. You cannot sacrifice one and think you're going to get yourself a prime man. We're going to go on your social media and I'm going to be like, this is an alpha chick. And I'm going to confront you like, what's up with all these videos? You know, some of these guys, well, let's talk about that. What's some of these guys? Like, what kind of, are you going to have to explain it, or are you going to get all alpha? Are you going to try to cut it short? And I'm going to be like, all right, you got it. And I'm going to disappear in the night. I ain't got to argue with you. I don't owe you shit. I'm not going to give you an explanation. I'm not going to tell you nothing. I'm going to be gone in the wind. You want to be an alpha? You think you're going to subjugate me? Do I look like the kind of guy that's going to go into slavery willingly? Do I look like that kind of dude? Man, I went to Iraq, man, because of 9/11. Come to find out it wasn't what it was, but it didn't stop me from going when I did. I signed up at 16. You think I'm let some woman control me? Or women? Or a woman's movement? Get the fuck out of here, man. I'm going to call you lame cornballs out every chance I get. See, what you should have done was talk to my crazy ex and not cheating. I just been some simp in the background with his wife and never done nothing. That crazy ass chick taking on this modern woman way of life and thinking caused me to move into the way that I am. And now I got heavy foot verbally on all your necks. I don't want to hear none of this nonsense online, man. You get on here and you sound jaded and you run your mouths and put makeup on. Like I said, you can put lipstick on a pig. If you're a doggone demon, you're a doggone demon, and we can see it. Go ahead and get your eyebrows arched, put as much makeup on as you want, and run this TikTok filter all the way up to 100%. We don't give a damn. We're not going to be fooled. You know what I'm saying? You're going to sit over here and make yourself into a project car. All the guts are still the raggedy same on the inside. I appreciate the rose. I appreciate the rose. You know what I'm saying? The guts are all the same, right? So what are you doing? You're on here looking all juicy, making everything look like some juicy cheeks. So listen, we're good. We're good, okay? That stuff don't mean nothing. You're giving it to everybody, and while you're giving it to everybody, you're passing around a bunch of stuff that you're collecting from the raggedy ones you're sleeping with too. We don't want it, right? We want to be healthy. We want to be strong for the women that we want to end up being with long term. We don't want to be you know what I'm saying, drained by succubus and possibly having STDs because y'all are running around sleeping with everybody. You're not even getting well women's exams or taking care of your womb, but you're going to call your womb God. Well, your womb is God to us, but Pookie and Ray Ray is your God. How does that work? Because he can fool you anytime he wants to and make babies with you, but you're going to tell me the womb is God and woman is God. If you don't get your raggedy asses up out of here, that's not the case. Don't seem like it to me. If you're supposed to be God walking in this plane, why are you not moving like it? Making moves, making change for the betterment of all people. If you're making things better for promiscuous women, who are you calling God? Who are you calling God? Who is your God? Not my God. Not the Most High God. I don't think so. While y'all here worshiping the moon and charging crystals in the moonlight, who are you worshiping? The Son of God ain't got nothing to do with that moon. You do a lot of stuff. Y'all do a whole lot of stuff. Wonder why your minds are messed up. Hey, listen, we're not going to take on none of that poison. We're taking on none of that poison. You're able to get online and run your harlot-like ways and talking points, and no one checks you because most guys online want their subscriber counts and they want women to like them and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Hey, man, there's a new wave of men that are coming out that don't care. Now, I don't know alpha stuff. I'm not going to cuss out chicks left and right. Nah, I'm going to break it down in a logic and make you feel real dumb without having to say too many cuss words. Because what you're doing is dumb. It ain't working. But you know the definition of insanity, right? And you want us to take on you insane women? Really? Really? Continuously trying to do the same thing and gaslight us the same way and no change is happening, but you keep doing it, and we're supposed to take on you crazy ass, leftover ass women. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. Get as mad as you want to. Guess what? I'm still going to be fine. I'm still going to do what I want to do. I'm still going to talk how I want to talk. I'm still going to move how I want to move, and you ain't going to do shit about it. Your words don't mean you done lost the ability to have my ear. You done lost the ability to have men's ear. So we don't listen to you no more. And now you seeing what not listening to you looks like. We let y'all before get in our ear, but now you're just showing us you ain't worth a shit. You're in it for yourselves. You always stay in contact with exes and stuff like that. You know, you make sure you keep us in a lineup. So that way, if we're not giving you what you want, you ain't got to never take any kind of ego, anything.